The American Pet Products Association projects overall spending in the industry to top $60 billion this year. And the fastest growing segment within the industry is pet services like boarding and grooming. But as Tyler Matheson tells us, it was more out of a love for dogs than money that one former lawyer got the bright idea to buy a doggy daycare center that was getting a little rough around the edges.
Who's happy to go to work? You are.
Boy. It's not unusual to find a dog at the office these days, but Tanya Eisenstein's story is hardly the norm. A lifelong dog lover and career lawyer, Eisenstein gave up a high-paying job at Goldman Sachs, well into six figures, to buy Camp Canine, a doggy daycare center, back in 2012. Sounds crazy, right?
All my friends looked at me and said that. My parents looked at me and said that. Everybody I knew thought I was pretty nuts for doing this.
Before Eisenstein bought it, the business had become, well, dog-eared. It was in a steep decline.
I'll admit, I didn't read the Yelp reviews of this place before I took it over. And when I read them afterwards, I was horrified.
To fix it, she aimed to offer the best possible customer service, but training and retaining the kind of employees who can learn things like how to recognize when a dog needs help, well, it's no easy task.
Hi. So as per usual, she played all day long.
The one thing Eisenstein changed is the starting pay, now a couple of bucks above the minimum wage.
This is not a minimum wage job. You're caring for living beings, right? If you care about your employees, I find that they care back and they will care more about your business as well.
Eisenstein says it's a small price to pay for the kind of love her staff gives. From food prep to high-end grooming, even one-on-one walks in Central Park, sometimes ending with a hot dog snack. And the business has turned around, going from about 40 dogs a day to 100. The staff has grown from 8 to 35, and revenues have doubled in 3 years to well over $1 million a year. The dogs get room to run inside a generous for Manhattan 5,000 square foot rental space. She's put about $250,000 into renovations since she took over.
The floor alone is approximately $75,000.
Companies like Camp Bow Wow and Dogtopia have built multi-million-dollar businesses with hundreds of franchises. But Eisenstein says that's not for her.
Franchising, to me, it takes the love out of it. You know, I spent a long time in a career that I did not love, and this means a lot to me, and I don't want to sell it out.
Being on Manhattan's affluent, dog-rich Upper West Side hasn't hurt either. Eisenstein counts entertainer Bernadette Peters among her all-star clientele. There was even a guest spot on TV doing makeovers for rescue dogs, a pet project of sorts. One of Eisenstein's dogs, Nacho, is a rescue. So far, about 75 rescue animals have made a foster home stop at Camp Canine before being adopted.
This is Roper. He's available for adoption now.
It's a passion play, paying off in more ways than one.
When you take a foster, you free up a spot in a shelter, and so you're saving dogs' lives. And people come back here with those dogs. So, you know, I just tried to do a good thing. It actually turned out to be good for business.
And Camp Canine recently added cat care to its roster of services, looking to differentiate itself from the crowd that has become a very competitive field.